am I overreacting for blocking a guy after he overslept and didn't show up to our first date? I, 25 female, matched with Kevin, 25 male, on Bumble, and we started chatting. Our conversation was very surface level, and we both would take a while to respond to each other. However, he eventually asked me when I was free, and we agreed that Wednesday worked for both of us. At this point, he gave me his phone number so we could get off the dating app and start texting. We're gonna go with, At first, it's like, oh, he actually wants to connect. But then if it doesn't work out, which 9 times out of 10 it doesn't, now he has access to your phone number. Our texts were pretty surface level, and on Monday night, I asked him what the plan was for Wednesday. He then proceeded to call me. Call you, which I couldn't answer because I was at work. I work night shift, as I had mentioned to him before. I told him I couldn't answer, and he said he's a bad texter and told me to call him when I get a chance. Tuesday night, I called him and we talked for about 15 minutes. It was a good conversation. We talked about random stuff like coffee and movies. That could explain the surface level text. Some people just are not good at texting. We agreed to meet at a bar downtown on Wednesday evening. He was running errands during the day and said he would text me when he was done so we could decide on a time to meet. See, there's a different set of rules for dating apps, just because in a normal circumstance, if a guy's asking me out on a date, I would expect him to plan the date, tell me what time. There's no discussion. With dating apps, it's like everybody's dating so many people at once, especially if both people aren't as invested. I like that he's, staying to his word, saying that he's discussing with her what time works for her. So I actually am going to give this a green flag. So Wednesday at around 2 p.m., he texts and says he's done running errands and asks what time I want to meet up, and we agree on 5 p.m. Okay. At around 4 p.m., he asks if we can meet at 6:30 p.m. instead because he's still doing some 1 hour before you're texting and saying, let's meet up an hour and a half after. I'm just saying, if it were me, and you guys know me, I'm always early, I would have probably been finishing my makeup, picking my shoes, and about to head out the door if I had to meet someone in an hour. So now she's got to sit around for an additional hour and a half and wait for this guy. Hate it. Hate it. After he had already agreed on a time. Hate it. That's fine with me, and I show up at around 6:30 p.m. and text him that I just parked. I don't hear from him, so I decide to go into the bar and wait for him there. At 6:50 p.m., he texts me, oh no, and then 5 minutes later says, I just woke up. I will include the screenshots of texts and phone calls so you can see all the timestamps. So he wasn't just doing, he wanted to take a nap. For someone who claims to be a caller, not a texter, he didn't attempt to call me until about 7:45 p.m. I told my friends that I was going to block him, and they told me I should give him another chance because he made an honest mistake. By just kind of letting him dictate when the date is going to be without any consideration for your time, you're essentially telling that guy, if you go out on a date with him after this, you're essentially telling that guy that he can do whatever the he wants and that your time doesn't matter. Just saying. It's inexcusable. To me, it's not even the fact that he overslept, although I do find it strange how he texted me at 4 claiming he's busy but decided to take a nap knowing he had a date in 2 hours. Yeah. But it's how he handled the situation. If he had called me as soon as he woke up, apologizing, saying he's on the way, I would have been more understanding. I actually agree. You had to be the one to wake him up, if that was even his excuse. I don't know. I feel like it's a lie. I don't know. I just don't trust him. Although he did offer to send me gas money, which was a nice gesture, he never actually apologized. Okay, so that gas money, green flag, never apologized, red flag. If you're going to be somebody who's late, if you're more than 15 minutes late, that better come with an apology. Every single time. Also, if you've never experienced getting stood up on a date, let me tell you, it is not a good feeling. It's very embarrassing. When you show up to a restaurant or a bar and you say that there's 2 of us, and then they get you a drink, and then they're constantly checking in because you assume that someone's showing up. The polite thing to do is to wait for them to show up before you start ordering, and you're just sitting there. Minutes go by, and everyone, the server's just hey, like, are they coming? It's not fun. Okay. I've never felt more stupid sitting in a bar alone with my makeup and hair done in a cute outfit waiting for this guy to show up. This would have been my first date in 2.5 years, and my friends were so excited for me, and I was excited too. Instead, I felt humiliated and was on the verge of tears. Oh, bestie. Was my reaction too harsh, or should I have given him another chance? I don't think it was too harsh at all. I genuinely don't think it's too harsh at all. But let's read the text. Hey, I just parked. Oh no, I legit just woke up. So you would have to wait for him an additional probably half an hour, sit at the bar by yourself. No. Are you still there? If not, all good. We can still rain check. Bold of you to assume that I would want to see you again. Do you have Cash App or something so I can pay for the gas you spent? Love. Could be his way of an apology, but still very disrespectful. Blocked call, blocked call, blocked call. Missed call, missed call. I really don't blame you. Honestly, this is not a good first impression. Dating apps are hard, right? Because everybody's seeing multiple people, but both people have to make the executive decision to take each other seriously. Both people have to be excited to meet up with each other. Otherwise, it's just... I understand you haven't been on a date in a long time, but like, this is not how I'd want to get back into the dating pool. I'm sorry, I've been there. Not overreacting, obviously, but weeks of surface level conversation with delayed replies, followed by immediately missing your first date. Girl, this is not a loss. Yeah. Surface level conversations on dating apps. I don't know. You got to do something to grab my attention, because we be dating so many people. They be dating so many people. Like, there really has to be a little bit of effort there. I'd also be super turned off by someone taking a nap right before a first date, especially someone who had claimed to be so busy. Yeah, like before a first date, you should be excited. You should be taking a shower. You should be, you know, putting your best foot forward, putting on your best outfit, like getting there, you know, making sure that you have enough time to show up. I almost think that he like found something better to do or something and then like ditched you. Nah, first date, you're supposed to be on your best behavior. This guy decides to take a nap, if that's the truth, and doesn't even set his phone alarm. Also, he claims he's not good at texting, setting up his excuse for poor communication ahead of time. Don't waste any more time on him, not overreacting. Yeah, I would say this is a red flag, and I understand your friends wanting you to get back out there and date, but like, get out there for the right person. You know, there is absolutely plenty of people out there that will take your time seriously, not overreacting.